Hi there, this is Carrie. I'm going to be doing a yoga detour class. I'm not entirely sure how long this is going to be because we have a brief break in the rain. So you actually may hear a little bit of thunder outside. You may hear the rain coming down or the water coming down through the pipes. Hopefully you can hear me just fine. But we're going to do what we can do to get you a yoga detour practice. The props that I have today are 2 blocks. I like to use cork blocks. You don't have to. That's my preference. I'm going to do a little bit of dowel work. You can get a dowel from Home Depot, which I believe is still open. So that's still an option for you. This is a, I think it's 1.5 inch diameter, 2 feet long. You can just pick them up at Home Depot. I also have a bolster. I may or may not use the bolster, or I'll offer you opportunities to use the bolster. So we're going to get started. We're going to begin on the back. Setting yourself up on the back, the soles of the feet are on the earth. Knees to ceiling. Just take a few moments to find your breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Watching the breath as it comes and goes. Noticing the effect of the breath on the body. Noticing the effect of the breath on the mind. Becoming aware of the rise and fall of the belly. And then as you're ready, bringing enough muscular tension to the belly so that you can move the breath into back body. And perhaps on inhale, you begin to find that the space between the low back and the earth decreases. And this happens without any movement to the pelvis, any movement to the spine. It's just from the inhale expanding the soft tissue. Taking another breath or two here. As you're ready, set the feet a little bit wider. Let the knees begin to rock from side to side. Becoming aware of how the movement of the legs rotates the pelvis. Noticing how the movement of the pelvis rotates the spine. And then again, adding just enough muscular tension through the front body so that the legs continue to move, but you quiet the movement of the pelvis, you quiet the movement of the spine. Becoming aware of how the muscles of the belly will start to fatigue a little bit. As you're ready, releasing that muscular tension, letting the legs move a little bit more freely. And then as you're ready, in your own manner, you can pull the knees into the chest, you can continue to rock from side to side. We're going to make our way to table pose. Setting yourself up in table. Bringing the hands to the earth. Start with a little bit of movement here. You can shift forward and back. You can circle through the hips. Noticing areas in the body that may need a little extra attention. Areas of the body that may need a little extra compassion. And then shifting your weight into the left hand, we're just going to circle around the right hand and wrist, looking to bring every aspect of the hand to touch the earth. Bringing a little bit of weight into that hand, reversing the direction as you're ready. And then switching sides, the right hand comes down, we'll circle around the left hand and wrist. Looking to bring every aspect of the hand to touch the earth, reversing the direction as you're ready. Bring the left hand down. We'll do the same with the ankle. You'll extend your right leg out behind you and then circle around the right foot. Looking to bring every aspect of the foot to touch the earth, really pressing the foot down to create some load, reversing the direction as you're ready. Bringing the right knee down, we'll take the second side. Pressing the left foot into your as you circle. Looking to bring every aspect of the foot to touch the earth. Reversing the direction. Bring the left knee down, curl the toes behind you. We'll walk then the hands back to lift the knees. The heels come down as the hips lift. Come into a forward fold. Take a few moments here. You can bend and extend through the legs. You can swing from side to side. And then allow the knees to bend as you roll to standing, stacking the vertebrae. Shoulders, neck, and head are last to arrive. We're going to grab our dowel. You're going to reach the arms out in front of you and then grasp the dowel. Imagine you're breaking it in half. So what you'll feel is your thumbs press up, your pinkies press down. You may even see the eyes, the soft part of your elbows, the eyes of the elbows rotate towards the ceiling. You're going to add a little bit of muscular contraction through the legs, pressing the feet down, feeling the legs engage, the glutes engage. And then we'll begin by pushing the dowel forward and then pulling it towards the chest, keeping the elbows straight. So we're going to start with a little bit of protraction of the shoulder blades and retraction of the shoulder blades. Continuing on your own, keeping the elbows straight. You can make this more challenging by increasing the effort in the rest of the body. One more here, forward and back, and then find neutral. Now we're going to lift the shoulders and lower the shoulders. Elevation and depression. Keep breaking the dowel in half. Finding the strength through the legs, through the glutes, through the belly. And then come to neutral. We're going to put those pieces together. Push the dowel forward. Lift the shoulders. Pull the dowel back. Drop the shoulders. Continue on your own. See if you can smooth out the edges, creating a smooth scapular circle. Feeling the shoulder blades move on back body. Let's reverse the direction. The elbows are straight, the arms are working. And then we're going to push the dowel forward, break it in half. Keeping the legs active, slowly lift the dowel above the head, pushing it to the ceiling, and then lower. We're going to do that again. Push the dowel forward, slowly lift. Try not to move into back bend. And release. Last one, push forward and lift. Pausing here, keep pushing the dowel to the ceiling. Start to pull your hands apart. And then begin to pull more strongly with the right hand, leaning to the right. Pressing the hips to the left, you're resisting with your left hand. And then pull more strongly with the left. Begin to lean to the left. The hips move to the right. You're resisting with your right hand. Keep pulling the hands apart. Coming back to upright. Push the dowel to the ceiling. Break it in half. Start to move the dowel back. As you press the hips forward, can you find a little bit of a back bend? Strong through the legs. Coming back to upright, lowering the dowel, we'll bring it behind the back. Palms of the hands face the ceiling. You're going to grasp the dowel strongly, pull your hands apart as you start to pulse the dowel up and down. Strong through the legs, through the glutes, through the belly. Keep pulsing as you start to squeeze your hands towards each other. Notice how that changes sensation. Pull the hands apart, lift the dowel as high as you can. Breathe in here. And then start to squeeze your hands together. Try not to let the dowel drop. And then slowly release. We will lower the dowel to the earth, stepping to the back of your mat. Find your breath, allowing the eyes to close. Just standing naturally, feeling the weight, the soles of your feet on the earth. As you're ready, allow your right fingertips to begin to reach down the outside of your right leg. You can let the head get heavy. You can let the knees bend. You can extend your left arm to the ceiling. Breathing here, reaching in opposite directions. Pressing through the feet, we come back to upright, releasing the left arm, reaching it down the outside of the left leg. You can let the head get heavy. You can let the knees bend. Maybe you extend the right arm to the ceiling. Pressing through the feet, we come back to upright, lowering the arm. Let the shoulders lift, roll them onto back body, squeeze the shoulder blades, rotate the arm bones, the palms of the hands turn out. You're going to start to reach the fingertips towards the heels, press the hips forward as you lean back, coming into back bend. And then pull yourself back up, curl in, roll down. One vertebra at a time. Lowering into a forward fold. Take a breath or two here. Let the knees bend as the hands come to the earth. Walk the hands forward, lower the knees. Return to your table pose. Take a little bit of movement. Coming to a still table pose. Pressing through the hands. Take a few rounds of cat and cow. And then pause in neutral spine. Pressing through the hands and knees, allow your belly, your chest, and your head to drop down as if you're deflating or wilting. And now press through the hands, through the knees, reinflate right into table pose. Try not to round the back. We'll take that again. Deflate and reinflate. Last one. Deflate and inflate. Pausing here, pressing through the hand with the tip of the nose away from the earth. We'll curl the toes and hover the knees. Breathing here, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Try not to let the head drop. Try not to let the hips lift. In fact, can you brush the earth with the knees? We'll hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The knees come down. Walk the hands back, coming into a high knee. You're going to step your right foot forward between the hands. Perhaps having your blocks nearby. We'll start by shifting forward and back. You can have hands on earth or hands on blocks. Eventually, the hands lift. Find your full range of motion. Perhaps adding a little bit of variety. And then we'll pause. Stack the hips over the back knee. Take a few rounds of pelvic tilts, tucking and untucking the tailbone. Take a few rounds of pelvic swings. And then you're going to pause. Find your dowel. Reach the arms out in front of you. break the dowel in half. Find a little bit of a tuck of the tailbone. You're going to push the dowel forward and twist to the right. Through center to the left. Through center to the right. Through center to the left. Last time. Through center to the right. Through center to the left. Come back to center. Push the dowel forward. Lift it to the ceiling. Pressing it up. Let your right knee begin to glide forward. And then as you push the dowel to the ceiling, begin to lean back. Find a little bit of a back bend. Breathing here. Pressing through the right foot, shifting back. Lowering the dowel. Step the right foot back. Step the left foot forward. Find a little bit of movement. Second side. You can have hands on earth or hands on blocks. As you're ready, the hands can lift. Maybe you find some variety here. And then we're going to pause in an upright low lunge. Stack your hips over your back knee. Take a few rounds of pelvic tilts. Allow the pelvis to swing from side to side. And then with dowel in hand, you're going to find a little bit of a pelvic tilt. The legs are strong. Reaching out in front of you, break the dowel in half. We're going to start twisting to the left and to the right. See if you can keep your legs still and strong. One more. To the left, to the right. And then to center. Push forward, break in half, lift the dowel. Breathing here. You can let your left knee begin to glide forward. And then maybe as you push the dowel up, begin to tip back. Find a little bit of a back bend. Pressing through the foot, shifting back, lowering the dowel, stepping the left leg back. Just make sure your props are out of the way. Bring the hands down. Step the feet back into plank pose. Breathing here, pressing through the hands, feeling the belly engage. As you're ready, the knees can come down. We're going to lower all the way to the earth, coming to rest on the belly. So you're going to stay on the belly. I'm going to sit up so that I am speaking to you and not into the earth. You're going to bring your hands underneath your shoulders, pressing your front body down into the earth. You're going to hover your hands off the earth, squeezing your shoulder blades together. I will demonstrate for a moment. And then the hands come down. We'll take that again. Press the front body down, hover the hands. Try not to let the head and chest lift. Lower the hands to the earth. One more time. Hover the hands, pressing the front body down into the earth. And then you're going to slowly reach the arms to above the head, reaching them forward. The palms of the hands turn towards each other. Keep pressing the front body down into the earth. Can you pulse your thumbs towards the ceiling, keeping the elbows straight? And then pause. Bend the elbows. Pull the hands back through the starting point. Try not to let the hands touch the earth. And then reach them behind you. The palms of the hands flip to the ceiling. You're going to push the hands to the ceiling and then pulse the thumbs towards each other. Try to keep your elbows straight here. And then pause. Bend the elbows, the wrists. Pull the hands through. And then again, reach them above the head. We're going to do this one more time. Pulse the thumbs to the ceiling. Keep pressing your front body down. Try not to let your chest and head lift. And pause. Pull your hands back. Try not to let the hands touch the earth. Reach them behind you. Palms of the hands flip to the ceiling. Push them up. Pulse the thumbs in. And then pause. Push the hands up. Peel your head and chest off the earth. Pressing your feet down. Lifting more through the chest, less through the head and neck. Holding here for 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Bring your hands back underneath the shoulders, pressing the front body down. Hover the palms of the hands off the earth. And now bring the hands down. Push without lifting. Feel the shoulder blades squeeze together. Hover the hands. Peel your head and chest off the earth. Bring the hands down. Add a little bit of a push, a little leverage, lifting into back bend, and then lowering. As you come back down, reset the hands, finding a new and novel place for the hands to go to lift into back bend and lower. Take a few rounds on your own, exploring a little bit of variety here. Lowering to the earth, pressing through hands and knees, make your way back into table pose. Pressing the hands into the earth, pushing the earth away. Start to shift your weight forward and back, maintaining neutral spine the whole time. Trying not to move into cat pose as you shift the hips back. When you're ready, curl the toes. Can you hover your knees? Continue to shift forward and back. Starting to think about how this movement informs downward facing dog. As you're ready, you're going to push your hands forward, drop your hips to your heels, begin to push through your feet to lift the hips, find your first downward dog. When you arrive, you can take a little bit of movement. Take a few breaths here. As you're ready, shifting forward, lowering to the knees, walk the hands back, return to your high kneel. We're going to again step your right foot forward into a low lunge. Take a little bit of movement when you arrive. As you're ready, shift as far forward as you can. So you're going to have deep flexion in your right ankle and right knee. You're going to have hands on earth or hands on blocks. You're going to bend your left knee, pull your heel in and squeeze, pressing your hips forward. We're trying to awaken the hamstrings. Lower the foot. Find an external rotation of the leg bone so the toes kind of tuck behind you. Bend your back knee and squeeze. And release. Toes turn away. This is internal rotation of the leg bone. Bend your knee, squeeze. And release, coming back to neutral. Shift the hips back, stacking the hips over the back knee. You're going to need your blocks here. The blocks are going to come to either side of your right foot. You're going to hinge forward, working from the pads of the fingers or the palms of the hands. Press down into the blocks to hover the right foot off the earth. And lower. Take that again, hover. And release. Last one, lift and hover. And release. Sitting all the way back to your left heel. You're going to pull yourself forward, curl the back toes, and extend the legs. Bend the knees. Untuck the toes. Sit back to the left heel. Pull yourself forward, curl the toes, extend the leg. One more time like this. Pull yourself forward, curl the back toes, extend the legs. Bend the knees, pause. Can you lift your right heel off the earth and lower it? Lift your right toe, ball of foot, and lower it. And now you may have to use your arms for balance. Can you lift your right foot and lower, lift, and lower. Let's lift and hold. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just step the right leg back, step the left leg forward. We'll take the second side, shifting forward and back to begin. And then come as far forward as you can. You can have blocks underneath the hands or hands to earth. You're going to bend your right knee, pull the heel in, and squeeze. And release. Find the external rotation of the leg bone, which tucks the toes behind you. Keep pressing your hips forward, bend the knee, and squeeze. release. Toes turn away, bend the knee, squeeze in, and release. Shifting the hips back, bring your blocks with you. The hips are stacked over the back knee. You're going to hinge forward at the hips to bring the pads of the fingers or the palms of the hands to the blocks. Press down, lift and hover. And lower. Feel free to adjust the height of the blocks. The lower the chest is, the harder it is. So if I go down, lower, it's a little bit harder to hover my foot. Bring the foot down. I'm going to move the blocks out of the way, sitting back to the right heel. Pulling forward, curl the back toes, extend the legs. Lower the knees, untuck, sit back, pull forward, curl the toes, extend, lower, untuck, sit back. One more time here. As I bring my right knee to the earth, I stabilize through my right leg. I use my arms to help me balance. I'm going to lift my heel, and then lower, lift the ball of my foot, and lower. You can keep working like that, rocking on your foot, or maybe lift and lower. Lift and lower. Let's lift and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stepping the left leg back. Bring the hands to the earth in front of you. Find your table pose. When you arrive, take a little bit of movement. As you're ready, settling into a still table pose. Extending out through the right leg, pressing the ball of the foot into the earth. Can you hover the left knee? Find the strength through the front line of the body, the anterior line of the body. Lift your right leg without moving into back bend. Extend your left arm out long. Return the right knee, left hand to the earth. We'll take the second side, extend the left leg. Pressing down to the hands, hover the right knee. Lower the knee, lift the leg. See if you can maintain that strength through the front line of the body as you reach the right hand forward. Lower the hand and knee simultaneously. We'll take that again. Right leg extends, push down to lift the left knee. Lower the knee. Can you lift the right leg? Left arm. Hand and knee come down. Second side. Left leg pushing down. Hover the right knee. Lower the knee. Lift the hand and leg. Lower simultaneously. Now together. Right leg, left hand. And lower. Left leg, right hand. And lower. Take a few more rounds on your own. Looking to lift and lower the hand and leg simultaneously. One more on each side. Bring hands and knee down, curl the toes, lifting up and back, downward facing dog. Find your breath. As you're ready, come forward to plank pose, lower all the way to the earth. Moving your props out of the way. Again, I'm going to stay upright so I can demonstrate and I'm not speaking into the earth. You're going to rest on your belly, pressing the front body down. The tops of your feet, your hips, your chest remain heavy. You're going to reach your arms out like a T and make fists. And then from here, find the external rotation of the arm bones and the internal rotation of the arm bones. Take a few rounds on your own. For the first few rounds, feel the shoulder blades as they move with the upper arm bones. And then see if you can keep the shoulder blades pinned on back body so the arm bones move without the shoulder blades. With each round, try and go a little bit more deeply into this range of motion. And rest. Good. From here, you're going to reach the arms above the head to the point you're on your belly. You're reaching the arms to about 1 o'clock and 11 o'clock. Make fists, press the front body down, hover the arms. Again, find the external and internal rotation of the arm bones. This one's going to be a little bit harder. And rest. Now reach the hands behind you. You're going to turn the palms of the hands to face the ceiling. Front body presses down into the earth. We're going to push the hands up, make fists, externally rotate the arm bones, and internally rotate the arm bones. Pause in external rotation. This may feel a little bit awkward. It's different from what we usually do. You're going to open the palms of the hands and then start to reach the fingertips back towards the heels as you peel your head and chest off the earth. Pressing the tops of the feet, the hips down. Breathing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Bending the elbows, bringing the hands back underneath the shoulders. Take a few rounds of back bend on your own. Again, with each round, consider resetting the hands. And the hands don't even have to match each other. You can slide one hand forward and one hand back, bringing some variety to this movement. As you're ready, moving into your cobra or perhaps upward facing dog. In your manner, making your way through table or coming right up into downward facing dog. Finding your breath. Walking the hands back to the feet. Bring the heels to the earth. Let the head be heavy. Allowing the knees to bend as you roll to standing, stacking the vertebra. Shoulders, neck, and head are last to arrive. Let the right fingertips begin to reach down the outside of the right leg. The head can get heavy, the knees can bend. You can extend the left hand to the ceiling. Pressing through the feet, coming back to upright. Releasing the left hand, reaching it down the outside of the left leg. The head can get heavy. The knees can bend. You can extend the right arm to the ceiling. Pressing through the feet, coming back to upright, releasing the right arm with the shoulders lift. Roll them onto back body, squeeze the shoulder blades, rotate the arm bones. Reach the fingertips to the heels, dropping the shoulders, press the hips forward, leaning back. Pull yourself back up and curl in. As slowly as you can, roll back down. One vertebra at a time. Arriving in your forward fold. When you're ready, bending the knees, walk the hands forward, lowering the knees to the earth. Taking a few breaths here, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. So if there's anything else that you'd like to do at this point, please feel free. You can turn off the video and continue to work on your own. You may want to explore some of the other options that we have available to you on the YouTube channel, including guided meditation or guided relaxation. We hope that you continue to join us and we'll keep offering classes. Have a great day. Namaste.